So you may have just seen the new M2 iPad Air just come out, and I wanted to do a quick little comparison between that iPad and the new iPad that just came out, or the older one that was the iPad 9th generation that Apple's no longer selling anymore. Now, these iPads are very interesting. As you can see, I've already pre-ordered this iPad. I will tell you, there's a lot of different overlap and changes between these particular iPads for the most part. Now, we have the 11-inch model here and the 10.2-inch model for the iPad 9, and we're comparing this to it on Apple's website. The price of the iPad 9 you can probably get for less than $300 all over the place, maybe even less than $200 in the used market. The iPad Air M2 model is selling for $599 or $749 for the Wi-Fi and cell model. Most people are probably going to get the $600 model. Size of the displays are slightly different as well. You can see 11-inch model for the iPad Air 2 or the iPad M2 model. The iPad 9 is a 10.2-inch model, so you're definitely getting a better display on the iPad Air, M2 model. That's definitely going to be better than the iPad 9 generation for sure. When it comes down to the chipsets, very different chipsets as well. Apple A13 Bionic chip on the iPad 9, M2 chip inside of the iPad Air 2 or M2 model. So that again in and of itself is another very, very big difference here. If you're trying to get the better device panel in the chipset, it's definitely going to be on the iPad Air M2 model. Camera-wise, the front camera is very similar, but the back camera is different. You can do 4K video with that 12 megapixel sensor versus the 8 megapixel sensor on the iPad 9. So that in and of itself is another big difference here. You're definitely going to be getting the overall better camera inside of the iPad Air than the iPad 9. And it's definitely, but the front cameras are going to be very similar, which is interesting. USB Type-C versus Lightning on the iPad Air M2 and the iPad 9 both have, Touch ID sensors, which is very nice. Both give you better Wi-Fi chipset instead of the iPad Air M2 model, 5G versus 4G. There's definitely more Apple Pencils that are also suitable for the iPad, Air M2 model. You're going to be getting Apple Pencil 2, Apple Pencil Pro, and USB-C iPad Pencil, where the Apple Pencil 1 is only supported on the iPad 9, and you're definitely getting twice the amount of base storage for this particular iPad as well. So lots of similarities, but I'll tell you a lot more differences. You're definitely going to be getting an overall better iPad on the iPad Air M2 model than the iPad 9. So that's kind of how it compares. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.